Good time with you all today. Without wasting any time, let me just go straight to the point. I just want to say it's been a while, everybody. How is the Christmas going with you? And I want to use this also to do a special shout out to Daily Farotimi, the man of the moment. It was about this time too, during show rest time, that it was released. For whatever reason, whenever an activist in Nigeria is going through incarceration, they usually release them during the festive, like the Christmas, like the show was also released Christmas Eve. And I understand it because our leaders pretend to be godly or religious, but not godly. As a result, they always say, oh, because of the season of the month, because they also want to go out and talk to their crowd about forgiveness, about coexistence, about love and forgiveness. They release people they are in their oppression, under their oppression. So I hope you can hear me, everybody. So delivery to me, special shout out to you because every moment when oppression is on the increase, there's always the need for somebody to rise to the occasion. Always a need for somebody to rise to the occasion and face it. Sometimes it could be mass uprising. Sometimes it could take just one person to say enough is enough, and then others will say, yes, we just needed somebody to go first. And then the rest of us can now start continue to sustain the momentum, right? So Farotimi for the moment. Congratulations, everybody. Congratulations. Thank you so much, Daily Farotimi, standing to the occasion. A lot of people were already giving up on the judiciary. You know that. But Daily Farotimi rose to the occasion and said, yes, these are the issues. These are the issues. And you would notice that within the period, quite a number of cases in the courts started getting positives. For instance, there was the Speed Darlington's matter where it was kept for too long without trial in the police custody. Then the court just said, hey, wait, it's either you release him or you take him to court and try him properly now. And then there's also the case of so many of them, including the guy the TikToker who was picked up for saying his mind that, oh no, how can you are oppressing us too much? And if you're not careful, people will react. And then it was picked up, and then police demanded that it should be kept with them. They want to hold him for 30 days. The court said, no, it's becoming, there's talk done too much for our head. I beg, release her and make it a go. Otherwise, they're just going to continue to increase tongues on us. So for the moment, people who rose like they refer to me, I mean, thank you so much. And then we don't want a country that turns anarchical at the end of the day, where people just resort to self-help because they lost hope or confidence in the judiciary. That's not the kind of country we all want, right? So thank you so much, Dele Farotimi. So I was waiting for Farotimi to come out, and I wanted to hear the first thing he would say. Glad me, I'm happy at what he said, and I'm going to play that, and I'm going to tell you why I'm happy about what he said. We just listen to that together now. So I give you the video here. You must have seen it before, but let me play it again.
Unmindful of the sacrifices that you have made to be here today. May the grace of God find and locate you wherever you are. Amen. It is not ever an easy journey when you are fighting evil. Yes. But some years back, before I started this work, God told me very clearly, and I heard it very clearly. It says, once have I spoken, once has he spoken, twice have I heard. He says, the truth is enough. It is the only weapon by which you can slay the monster called Nigeria. The truth, nothing else. In my public advocacy, in my fight and my wars against this evil empire that we all live in, I have never lied against it. If I don't know, I'll say I don't know.
Instructive now. Absolutely. So, number one thing is that a lot of people thought, oh, by the time you come out, you go to shut up. No, by the time it comes out, it would have been It would have been become weak, or like you would have uh how do you put that word now? Like somebody has been bent. Yeah, he would have been bent. What a car, It will come out and will never try such again. So I wanted to see whether Farotimi is still in high spirit, but he comes out and you just heard him. So he said what he said. I wrote what I wrote. I said what I said. I've never lied against anyone. The matter is in court. The material substantive part of this case is already in court. I'm not going to comment about it. All I just want to say is I've never lied against anyone, meaning that is insisting that everything is said in that book, take it like that. So he's not backing down. That's the meaning. That he is ready to provide evidence. Then what good part now is that rather than abducting him to go and try him in a place where that is considered the stronghold of the petitioner. There's this thing they did the same thing for Tanya Olorun, and I don't know why I do not like such a thing. You have issue with somebody is alleged to have committed, you say defamation, okay. The jurisdiction wherein you committed it, you will not allow the matter happen there. You want it to be at your own dictate. It simply means that you want it to be at your own convenience. And you want to, at this point, I want to suspect that you want to influence the outcome. That's the meaning. You simply want to influence the outcome so that it will be in a place where it will not be easily reached. His families are not there. His circle are not there. You want to isolate him, and the word is deal with him. Now, it's good that they say, okay, Farotimi, you are on bail. Take bail. Be coming from home to answer this matter. After all, he hasn't said he's not going to answer it. He is ready. Okay, fine. We skip that. We must also be conscious that you will notice that at this time, it started coming to the surface that people who are simply asking for rights, they are the ones facing the highest punishment in this country. Just asking that the right thing be done, you will face the toughest punishment. I don't know why that is so, but that is Nigeria for you. Is it that the people in power don't even want the right thing said or done at all? And they feel threatened when you say the right thing? But the people who commit crime against thousands and millions of people, they get a pat on the wrist. It is at their convenience. Examples I don't have to mention again, right? The Yaya Belos of this world and all those people, they get, somebody will be alleged to have stolen 110 billion. They get bill of how much? Compare that to then somebody who did not steal any money. You now slam them bill that that they have to, do through their nose to be able to pay. From which money did he steal? Show Jalini. Now, talking about one person stealing from billions or millions of people, stealing billions from millions of people, depriving them food and basic necessities of life, now resulting in stampede. Excuse me, we all saw that video. Let me play it. Oriyomi Hamzat, let me play the moment when Oriyomi Hamzat arrived at that place in Ibadan. Pause first. I'm playing the moment Oriyomi arrived at the venue. Understandably, he arrived to go and see how he could control that crowd, because as of that time, he didn't expect that people would be there at that time. If they called a program 10 a.m., it would take very hungry, idle, jobless people to be there since 5 a.m., 5 hours ahead of the predetermined time or the notice time given. These are Nigerians, don't forget. Nigerians that we know are usually do African time. Tell Nigerians that there's a lecture 10 a.m. or a meeting or conference for 10 a.m. They will start coming back, they'll start arriving 10:30, 11. The same Nigerians, you want to share food Food. How many will reach if they start sharing the food? How much of food will reach each of them there? Look at the crowd. Let me play. That is Oriyomi Hamzat, the time he arrived at the venue, trying to see how he could control that crowd. Because even he is overwhelmed. That is just outside. The scene you are looking at is just outside. The inside is already filled up and the gate is shut. In fact, the report is that people were. Let me take the volume so that I can continue to play. Report says the crowd, the mothers, the parents, were taking their children and flinging over the fence inside. If I can't get in, at least you go. You just be inside. They are throwing their children over the fence. Hello. The same Nigerians that if you say, oh, we are meeting by 10 a.m., they will arrive past 10, 11, so in fact from 1 p.m. The same Nigerians will now be at a venue for a program of 10 a.m. They were now there since 5 a.m. That is hunger. Chronic hunger. Lunjebe. Me, I don't know what motivation the people who gather crowd to give alms. I don't know the motivation they have. Personally, anywhere there is crowd like this much that we have to struggle to go in, I don't go. I turn back because it's already susceptible. Like that kind of crowd is already vulnerable. It's already prone to any kind of thing. I personally don't like gathering crowd. If I hate the idea of we gather crowd for the sake of we want to give alms. I hate it. But for those who have the courage to do it, the courage to gather people for the sake of giving alms, honor they try. But then what cost it? Which is what led me here was how somebody who stole billions and threw people like this into hunger and starvation. How such person will be given pat on the wrist by EFCC. They'll just say, no, not EFCC. Courts. The judiciary. So it is Farotimi's words that led us here now. Everything Farotimi said in that book, plain out simply. Plain out, it's just time, right in time. Like, how does one person loot fund that would have fed all these people, empowered them? I don't believe in the idea of the charity idea. The only time you will see me raising money for somebody is it could be health or something that requires urgent intervention. But for food, or rather, what can you do? We empower you to start doing it so that you won't have to depend on anybody. Charity has never given anybody prosperity. Nobody under this kind of condition has ever become prosperous. Nobody. Show me one. Nobody under charity that they are giving you hams to eat, you now become prosperous. No, it's not possible. Charity is just like charity for the moment. So I don't believe in charity. But for those who have the courage to do it, I'm not condemning. But I'm saying those who stole the fortune of the country that subjected these people to require charity before they can feed, just for breakfast. To look at these people, because I'm not sure the quantity of rice they want to give these people will sustain them, will sustain each of them for up to a week. I don't think so. I'm not convinced. I am not convinced that the quantity of rice or gari they want to give these people can sustain each of them for a week. I'm not. Meaning that it is only charity of whatever you get, even if it's just for a day, And so no charity, no under this earth, under this sky or heaven, on this earth, no charity can ever prosper anybody. So if budgets that could have empowered all these ones, their parents, to be self-sufficient, is already stolen. Education budget, health budget, budget for trade and investment, already stolen. Already stolen. But you know why the politicians get away with all these things? This same crowd will cheer them up. They are already used to the idea that, oh, Oluomo, when I hear the word Oluomo, there's a way I feel. I just feel it must be a wicked person. God forgive me. Or it must be a self-centered person. Because the concept of Oluomo to me means that you are special among others. Like you are the breadwinner, sort of. Like the question is, was there a competition for bread that you won? Oh, no competition. It only means that you amassed those things to yourself and you are giving others pitancies or charity. So if charity or alms giving is what makes somebody an Oluomo, me, I just don't like such person. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't hate. But my bone cringes, At such person, I just see you as self-centered person. Because there's nothing that says you can't tell others, oh, this is what to do, so that you won't have to depend on me. I hate the idea of somebody depending on someone. I hate it. Give everybody, and let everybody imagine this crowd now. Imagine they are engaged gamefully. Imagine what that even means to the economy itself. Imagine what it means to the economy that all this crowd, imagine that they are gainfully employed. Aside that, imagine that we now decide, oh, the country now says, okay, we want to make sure that we want to commence operation. All roads must be fixed in so duration. You empower all these people, you train them. Nigeria has laterite, bitumen, all sort of things. You train all these people, there won't be bad roads in the country. Turn majority of the places to construction sites. Do you understand? For construction sites. You see? So the idea, okay, there's somebody here, let's see what we can do. On YouTube, somebody just commented that he has been trying to raise fund for his boat business. Imagine. For instance, imagine this Ogwe Emmanuel from YouTube on YouTube. Imagine we have how many of these persons, maybe say 100, that we can lift out of this crowd. Lift out of this crowd. It will reduce this crowd, and these Emmanuels, for instance, will also in turn be able to empower others. And the exponential impact of that is that we are reducing this crowd. But you see Nigerian politicians now, they prefer that they raise the price of rice and gari that you cannot afford. They will now buy it in bulk and put in fact, the cost of even printing their name and faces on it, it beats me. The cost of still going to print face and name on it. Emmanuel, how much have you raised? How much are you looking for? That's an example. And we don't have to bring them to one place and do alms giving. I'm not against it if you have the courage to gather crowd. Me, I don't. It's part of the reason I stopped going to camp. Told my dad one day because I saw something. I don't want to see what I witnessed, so it doesn't look like, oh, he wants to attack church again. I just hated wherever since that day, something I hated going to wherever there is crowd. I like things being organized. Part of the reason I also don't like staying in traffic. In fact, let me even tell you that of traffic. That day it was what's the name? $10 bridge. If you are going towards Beja coming from but from Ojota towards Beja, there's this bridge or Tedola bridge. You want to descend towards that Beja. People were caught in traffic. A tanker had oil spillage and it caught fire. All the vehicles in that traffic. How many people do you think can run? It was about closing hour. Now people close from work and are going home. They are tired from work. Fire just in fact it just took its own toll. So anywhere there's fire, there's a crowd, there's likely is already prone to anything, prone to stampede. So I don't like the idea. Then the idea of harms giving, I don't like. So look at somebody now can be empowered. I don't have to know him or see him physically. I don't have to. That's the example me I like. Oh, you understand? That's the example me I like. The kind of empowerment I like. I don't have to know you. I don't have to see you. The only time or the only reason I need to see you or know you is to confirm. Like I want to confirm that you truly need it. You are real. You are not just trying to. That's the only. But to gather crowd, on a they try you. I respect to those of you who know how to gather crowd. Oh. Yeah, I would prefer to have handled it by virtual handling. Oh yeah, confirm it. Oh yeah, okay, you truly are okay. It's true. Oh yeah, take it. Should be showing me updates. Or maybe just one or few persons, but crowd in their thousands. You have to manage that very well. Oh. That said, empowerment as against charity or harms giving. So imagine this is Oyo State, for instance. It happened also in Anambra, happened also in Abuja. I saw a video this morning of crowd in front of Tinubu's house at Bodilon. If you saw that crowd, if there had been no prior report of stampedes and President Tinubu had to cancel, his own other programs, there was no way that would not also have led to, because even before now, people were already reporting and crying. I also I experienced it at night, even till about 11 p.m. I was driving through Ikoyi and I fagged out simply because the president came to town. Is this the first time Tinubu has been coming to Bodilon? But it just shows what it shows. Let's care now. Let's not ask like let them see that crowd always. Team Ajek, thank you so much. I so much appreciate you. I see your hand, though. And let me also take this moment to appreciate when we were raising money for Baba Mubarak. Yeah, we got apart from the 50K we first got that we gave him to embark on the journey to Abeokuta to go and commence his treatment. We also got another 100K. People don't like to be mentioned. We also got another 100K from somebody on YouTube and another 20K from somebody on IG, Instagram. So we had 120K to share among the three cases. That is the guy, Baba Mubarak, the guy on kidney, that has kidney issue, waiting transplant, and the sickle cell guy, Chinedu Kalu. So we had 120K to share again among the three of them. But we still need more. We have like 30K left at hand right now. 30K left now. But we need more because we have to monitor Baba Mubarak to recovery. So, and we understand that the treatment will be in phases. So, let's share love this moment, please. If it is in your mind or your heart to say, "Oh, I want to share love this season," please do. You have our account. I can post it again in the community. I'll post it again in the community so that you all can see it. But please, if you have something to give or to share love this season, please, you can try to support what we are doing. You can see the level at which people are in need. Look at crowd. People are Timajek. I really can't put figure to it, but if we have something in the range of say 500, like in the immediate, if you have like 500K, I can guarantee that at least we would have taken care of Baba Mubarak to an extent. You can say yes, it will be back, like he would have recovered to an extent that he will be sustained, or he can continue to manage his health if he has something to do. We were looking for a job for him. He was changing keke with somebody, somebody they were shifting keke, like somebody would do from morning till evening, he would take it from evening till, so he was managing like that while we're still looking for something he could be doing. The reason I don't want to get him a job that will take him far away is because you understand the condition of the wife. The wife now has a set of twins, and the woman is blind. Don't forget Mubarak's case. Mubarak was the highest of the woman, but police incidents happened. They took Mubarak. He's still in the morgue. So only the father now and one small boy who still doesn't know his left from right like that. And that Lati, that 18-year-old, nah, I think she's now 20 or 21. Eh, girl that they had with them, that Latifa, that their eldest daughter, or also she became pregnant and also had a baby. So it's only the man now that is with them. So that's why I don't want to get him. Otherwise, I would have gotten him a job that would take him away, and he will be able to be sending money home to the family. But if I must get something for him to be doing, it has to be around where they live. They live around Abuli Egba. So we have to get somewhere, a job that will not take him far away, so that he could be going home to look after the family. So in the interim is shifting the use of keke with another colleague, and but now is down due to health problem. The dust they inhale when they go and do this their keke, the stress, the thinking. The first amount they make when they do this job. If somebody goes out now, he will buy fuel, and you know how expensive fuel is. He will pay for tickets. He will pay over over this, over that. Don't forget what led to that incident. It was over that they killed Eleyele for, that the police had to stab Eleyele to death. So by the time all the money they make, they have to first buy fuel, some pay tickets, pay this over Agberu. So at the end of labor, by the time they labor, and they'll still have to pay the liver. It's not the keke is not his own. He'll still pay delivery money. At the end of the day, whatever will be left to go back home with will not be sufficient to even buy water, let alone feed the whole family, pay NEPA bill, pay that. So we have to always intervene to pay their rent. So I don't know how else to describe this. You will not understand. So it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming. But Team Majek, to answer your question straight, if we get like say 500K in the immediate, if we get more than that, I'll be happy, because it will assist me to be able to set them up on something small that they can. The other day somebody gave us money. I gave the girl 100K to start a POS business. That one has been useful to an extent, sustaining them. But how much is 100K? How much is 100K? But she has been managing it, and she has a baby too. You see, it's serious. Like I'm reporting it like this, but God forbid that you're in that situation to understand it. So if we really want to set them up, we need a lot of money. But I don't know how to ask for money like that. So it doesn't look like Abishegun no need to, I need money too, but I don't know how to ask like that. But if we see from 500 upward, my own immediate concern is how to make sure that the father, at least, we are able to revive him. You understand? It was a rakpa that they did for him in church. That they said brought him back to life, right? Irapada. So we need to first get his health back, get him back on it's health. Sha. My interest is health right now. It's life. Kasha do life, because it's on the verge. It's on the verge. So it is either we lose him or we revive him. To revive him is my primary concern, Loro Konsha. I just want to make sure that we revive him. Once he is back to life and I can guarantee that, okay, fine, we have checked everything is relatively normal, okay, and can continue his life. And whatever is left, we'll just give him, say, oh, yeah, bah, whatever you can be doing with it. So my primary concern is life first. Let's race for his no is my primary concern. So thank you so much, Timaje, for that question. Yes, it's a complete mess. So Olakunle, Mr. Is it Mr. or Mrs.? Pardon me. Olakunle, I think it's a Mr. It's a complete mess. You're right. So need I say more? The situation already portrays itself for an event of 10 a.m. because sharing of rice and gari is involved. See the crowd outside. Now imagine the crowd that's already inside. I feel for Oriyomi Hamzat, and he was only trying to help. If I get the intent right, he was only trying to help. It was ex Queen Naomi who organized it. Oriyomi Hamzat used his platform to tell people, if you are in need of this, or they want to share food, come out to me too. I'll try to be there. Like solidarity. At the end of the day, see what happened. See what happened. The hunger is real, man. We were saying to pain online, and you guys are thinking is us. Do you know how much? Do you know how much I avoid people on the street these days when I'm going out? Because they will. How many people do you want to give to? How many? See crowd. How many? It's real, man. It's real. It's real. It's real. So it's unfortunate. Oriyomi Hamzat will have to spend. He's already spending his Christmas. Alaji will still spend the New Year, as I heard, in remand. He's been remanded for trying to help, for trying to give food to. If I continue to talk, I won't know when I will start saying negative words. This your leaders. I won't know. I will not know. Unconsciously, I will just start saying. So let me just stop it here. So Merry Christmas, everybody. I'm not even feeling the Christmas in the air. It's unlike before. You feel it. I'm not feeling. I'm a checo. All right, everybody. May we not have this type of Christmas again. May we have better Christmas in future. May God help us. May it be well with us. Are you all those things, Thank you so much. God bless you. Tim Ajek, shout out to you once again. God bless, God bless, God bless. Yes, so Victor, free Oriyomi Hamzat and Naomi. They were only trying to help, but let's also learn from it. It's not that every time you have to gather crowd, not that every time you have to gather crowd. You can send it. You can make it section wise. I mean, it's an eye-opening thing. I mean, maybe Naomi too didn't know that it's this serious. I don't understand this Yoruba. Tima Jack. What's that? Hati in your Abi? I don't understand. So, Queen Naomi or ex-Queen Abi was also not expecting it to be. She didn't know it's this worse. I'm sure she's also in shock, right? She didn't know she didn't know it's like this. She did not know. It's not a laughing matter. Na fella talk am. You say, why are they laugh? Na because man no fit cry. Nyojue, okay, thank you so much. Timajek. How we go see now? We need to talk with Timajek. You have been a regular, consistent supporter. Anytime I want to raise to raise support on my show. You have been a regular supporter. We need to talk one of these days. Team Ajek, Team Ajek, Team Ajek. Call me now, call me, Team Ajek. Let's talk. Call me. Sure person. Sure person. And may God also reward you. Aponyo Onigbe. May it be well with you as you are supporting people in need. May God always be there for you. Are you on TB Onje Moa? I'm sure Oriyomi Hamzat and Naomi, as I was saying, I'm sure they didn't know it is hunger is this much in town. They knew, but they didn't know it's this terrible. For an event of 10 a.m., people already filled everywhere. No passage, no road since 5 a.m. 5 hours ahead of time, and we want to daberu because of one delica of rice and gari. Because if they share and give everybody, I'm not sure they go even reach one delica again. Because the crowd pass within they expect. Crowd don't pass within them expect. Merry Christmas. May we not see this type again. May we have better Christmas ahead. But the government of Tinubu is they call it enema kumaku, survival of the fittest. Enema kumaku, entomakulumaku. That is the government. This dispensation. That is the title of this government is enema kumaku, entomakulumaku. And they are not pretending about it. Yes, baby.